Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell podcast. Casey Campbell, of course, with you. And we're pleased to be joined by Stefan Parsons, who will drive the 99 Dogecoin Chevrolet this weekend at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Stefan, how are you?
I'm great. Thanks for having me.
So the of course the Dogecoin, it was announced that Dogecoin was going to be on the car this week, which is a very familiar sponsor to your family because, of course, when your dad, Phil Parsons, of course, who calls the ARCA and also truck races for FS1, kind of was on his cup team back in 2013, 2014 when Josh Wise was driving for him. So that's kind of a big deal because, they worked with your dad and now they're working with you. How cool is that?
Yeah, it's really cool. I remember I have really good memories looking back to 2014. I remember the team, Josh was running at Bristol, and we were fighting to stay on the lead lap, and he stayed in front of the leaders for like 50 or 60 laps, like a ton of laps, and a user on Reddit, on the NASCAR on Reddit page, noticed that and said, hey, we need to get behind this guy and find a way to support him. Like, he didn't have any sponsors in the car. Like, let's do something about this. So it was cool. Back then people just kind of, Dogecoin was like, if somebody made a funny comment, right, or somebody said something on Reddit that somebody thought was funny, they tip them in Dogecoin. So they said, why don't we all donate some Dogecoin and sponsor Josh? And it was cool. It worked out. Ended up being able to run Talladega with Dogecoin on the car, and then obviously got voted into the All-Star race. So looking back, I've always had fond memories of Dogecoin and the Reddit community. And the opportunity presented itself this year to actually through a conversation that me and Sean Taylor, who's the owner of Spring Race, who's the sponsor for this weekend. After I ran the Xfinity race at Daytona, we were out at dinner after, and he said, so I've been looking into cryptocurrency and learn more about like Bitcoin and Dogecoin. I said, it's kind of funny, and he didn't know. My family has a history with Dogecoin, so kind of snowballed from there. And so we were able to get Dogecoin on the car this weekend, and it's cool. The response has been overwhelming, honestly. Like, it's been a lot more than even I would have imagined that it was. So it's really cool.
Yeah, I mean, it is. It's how much do you know about cryptocurrency and all that?
Not not a whole lot. Obviously I learned about Dogecoin back when I was still in high school in 2014. And obviously I was in high school, so some things are a little bit over my head. Obviously I know about Bitcoin, but this has been a great opportunity for me to learn more about it, right? Like, to not only Dogecoin, the cryptocurrency itself, but the community around it, right? Like, the Dogecoin community has blown up over this, right? Like, I've gotten, I don't know how many followers in the past couple of days, and all of them have something to do with the Dogecoin community. So obviously the Dogecoin community was powerful in 2014, and it's even more powerful now.
So I know how many. I know you're only running a part-time schedule for the Xfinity Series. About 9 or 10 races you were telling me before. What's the situation on that?
Yeah, so we've got a great schedule this year. We've got some great partners in Spring Race, who's on the car this weekend, going to be on the car this weekend, and on the car again at Nashville, and SoCal, who was on the car at Daytona. They're going to be on the car at Phoenix. Got a great relationship with these partners who really and truthfully are making this possible. I wouldn't be running these races without them. Wouldn't be going to the racetrack without them. So really thankful to have such great partners like them and be able to represent them on the racetrack and have a solid schedule. I remember last year I drove to Daytona and I didn't have anything, right? Like, I I drove to Daytona on my own. I didn't know if I was going to get to drive a race car last year, and to have this deal and be able to not only run Daytona but go into the season knowing that I'm running these races has been awesome.
So to kind of talk about what else, I know you host a podcast as well, and talk about all the other things that you do off the racetrack. I know you also work with the BJ McLeod team as well.
Yeah, so a lot of my time is spent at the shop, right? Kind of, especially when I race, just helping out any way I can, trying to work and help the guys out any way I possibly can, and trying to manage to relate to existing relationships I have, and also kind of try to make new ones, right? Bring on new partners, bring new people involved, and get more people involved in our program. So, yeah, I mean, we definitely stay busy. I definitely stay busy. So it's been a blessing to, this is something I wanted to do since I was 2 years old. So may not look exactly like, I wanted it to when I was 4, but I'm just so blessed to be able to go out here and do this and have good partners and have a great team around me and BJ McLeod's and just be able to do what I love. So, yeah, but I definitely stay busy. That's for sure.
So well, that's weird. Kind of go into, what else do you do? Don't you host a podcast as well?
I don't know.
Okay. Thought you did. So one of the biggest thing, you're also, you may be from North Carolina, but you're also, I know you have ties to the state of Michigan. Of course, you're also a big Red Wings fan. No, that's not they're not doing too well this year, but
no.
I know your family has Detroit roots as well. Talk about, being visiting the state of Michigan, when of course is where I'm from and where I'm based right now. What are your fond memories of visiting here?
Yeah, so obviously my dad and his family were born in Detroit, grew up in Detroit. My grandfather, my dad's dad, owned a taxi cab company and owned a gas station up in Detroit that my dad actually worked at when he was younger, from the time he was young to the time he started racing and started going to school. So definitely a lot of Michigan heritage, especially Detroit. I'm a big Red Wings fan. Love the Red Wings. Obviously, they haven't been doing too good lately, but hopefully it's another rebuilding year. But yeah, I actually, me and my dad used to we would come up in January and go to the auto show, the North American International Auto Show at Cobo Hall, and I have some really fond memories of doing that, visiting family up there. We would go, obviously Cobo is right across from where Joe Louis used to be, so we would go to the auto show, go across the way and catch a Red Wings game. So a lot of fond memories. Haven't been up to Detroit in a few years now. I want to go back, but yeah, a lot of fond memories of there for sure.
Yeah. Also, getting ready for Las Vegas this weekend, a big weekend for you guys and the team. It looks like, what's it going to take to, get a really good finish at Vegas for you guys?
Yeah, we just got to execute. Miami obviously didn't go the way we hoped it would. Obviously, I made a mistake and kind of put us behind the 8 ball for the rest of the race. And we were, on different sequence, different strategy, and we never really recovered. So on my part, I just got to kind of clean stuff up and make sure that I don't put us behind. We've got some new cars in the fleet that we're working on that we feel like we're getting better, we're getting closer. And this weekend will be an indicator of where we're at. We worked hard. We got back from Miami Sunday, and we've been working hard, burned midnight oil since, trying to be better. So we just got to go out there and execute, right? Run a smart race, kind of build on what we've got and take that to Phoenix too. So with these new cars and no practice, it's definitely a challenge. But we've been working hard, and hopefully that hard work shows off this weekend.
All right. Well, Stefan Parsons, thank you so much for taking some time with us this weekend, and best of luck to you and your team at Las Vegas.
Yeah, thanks for having me.